Welcome back, RealChip TV. Game 1 breakdown. Eagles dropping a heartbreaker, 26-4. But you showed a lot of heart in this one. Tom, first thoughts on the game?
I do want to take the positives from it, but there really is no moral victory here. I mean, you're upset that you lost, but at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to next week and seeing if we can get a win then.
Yeah.
I'm using Nick Foles' 24-hour get-over-it rule. So, yeah, I'll take 24 hours, but then after that, he would wash it out of his mind.
Yeah,
so
he
I'm going to take it. I mean, he won
lot.
on Sunday, so I'll take what he's got.
Yeah, and we're with Brian Mahoney, special guest here tonight. Mahoney, what did you think about the game?
Looking like a leprechaun.
No, just kidding.
He didn't bring us any luck.
No.
Yeah, none, man. Even wore a green suit. What do you think, man?
It felt like that Arizona Cardinals game last year where they fought hard and all the dumb little mistakes that caught up to them, the mistakes that the Eagles made, it just burned them in the end. And like with the little drops or the flags, 10 to 12 flags on the Eagles.
We couldn't buy a call.
No.
Buy a call.
Yeah, we were getting called for a lot of stuff.
And DeMarco Murray, -4 yards rushing in the first half. I think he had 4 rushes, if I recall, and that's just not getting it done. I don't. You got to run the ball more. You have to try and establish the run.
Abandon the run. What was it? 52 passes for Bradford.
Yeah, 50. Bradford dropping back to pass 52 times.
Yeah,
you can't have that.
A little bit honestly, and it's inexcusable.
You gotta really establish a run game. Especially on the road, you gotta get the run game going.
They didn't start flicking that pass late.
Ease Bradford in. Bradford's taking all these shots in the first quarter, and he can't be taking shots like that all season if they expect him to stay healthy. Those hits, yeah, he stayed healthy tonight, but those hits are gonna stack up.
Yeah.
So first half, Julio Jones, second quarter, absolutely just torched us. I mean, Tom, you said they just weren't getting any pressure on the ball on the quarterback. I mean, Matt Ryan had all day. I mean, what happened there?
Absolutely, and that's exactly why. I mean, no one can stay with a receiver one-on-one like Julio Jones. Even Roddy White can get open one-on-one, but when you're not getting pressure on the quarterback, I mean, it looked like Matt Ryan on like a private island villa with his wife having a catch. Honestly, like there's no one anywhere within 50-mile radius of him. Like it was pathetic. I was counting on Brandon Graham and Connor Barwin to be back there, and early in the game they weren't, and that got you in a hole.
Matt Ryan's a great quarterback, but any good quarterback in the league, if you get pressure on them, not gonna do well. Not gonna do well. That's I mean, what did you see from that first half?
And with the coverage that they just kept throwing slants to Jones or anyone else, they didn't change the scheme, and absolutely just killed them. And then on unexpected plays at 3rd and 15. Like at the 10-yard line of Atlanta.
They're packing it in.
Yeah, he just burst 20 yards, and those little plays killed them.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, Byron Maxwell was so bad he had to take his jersey off just so we could shoot this video. But they didn't change their scheme up in the second half. They kept Byron Maxwell out there, but he did better because he didn't have to cover Julio Jones for 4 seconds at a time. And like when they actually started getting some pressure, I mean, Tom, what did you see? What was the difference in the second half? I mean, what do you think happened?
It was a lot of that. They were playing a lot better getting to the quarterback. They were really clicking on offense. You could see Sam started to settle down. Jordan Matthews got it going on that last drive, toward the end of the fourth quarter, and on that last drive, it's unfortunate that they dropped that pass. But I mean, it was. I mean, the first half was really. I mean, the second half we played better, but you can't dig yourself in a hole like that. And honestly, that's the biggest thing. And there's a lot of Kiko Alonso's interception was crazy, but he also, like you said, the 3rd and 15. He's the one that had to attack the ball carrier, and he did. So a lot of guys made a lot of good plays, but also a lot of bad. And if you're going to play one half, everyone's always talks about fourth quarter comebacks and all this, but if you didn't get yourself in the situation to be there, then you maybe be winning and. It's not a good thing to have to come back like that. It's not.
Two possible turnovers. All about the turnover game. Like Jenkins almost had it. It went right out of his hands, and then
those were both 4th downs though, and they did punt to us. But field position could happen.
And then Cox caused a fumble, but then it was turned back by the flag.
Yeah, that killed us after the Bradford pick at the end of the first half.
I'm sorry, but that Bush League call on Kiko, that holding,
that was a big.
He's already
game.
He just touched that. Ryan's almost getting hit at that point, where that's not even a factor, and it's just if you're not calling anything all game to make that call. You got 3 Eagles fans sitting here that are very biased, but you're not calling anything all game, and to make that call, within the context of the game, I just don't know how I feel about that. And then, so, you know, the Eagles finally get something going. They actually start running the ball, which is what we needed to do all game. You know, you said it felt like an Andy Reid game where he's like, oh, you know, I'm just going to throw. Oh, the run's working after Darren Sproles rips off that 15-yard run to start to, you know, when they're first possession in the third quarter. And then, like, oh, let's run the ball, establish the run, you know, the short screen passes. You kind of mix that in with the run. And to just not try and establish any sort of run game or just give up on it so early was just bad. I mean, what do you think they got to do next week for, like, Dallas? Like, you just got to get it going, right?
Yeah, I think it was a good wake-up call for this team. I think they need to realize that, you know, playing a full game, and just you have to have that confidence all game. And it looked early that they kind of weren't ready for the moment, and you just have to play a lot better as a team. Full game. It's just there's no excuse for that. You can't look that bad and then look like considerably better, but still making mistakes. Cody Parkey missed that field goal. It was like scripted. It's like preseason.
They rushed him out there. They gotta right away. They gotta know if we don't get this, we're kicking the field goal. We do. I get it. It's 4th and 1. I get it. But like,
at that point, I just wanted them to go for it, to be honest with you, because I think we were killing them off the field, and I think we could have put something.
That momentum would have changed everything. They got the 4th down.
I don't know. They wanted it. I want the field goal because I think in a dome, you make that field goal. That's it's not out of reach.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Was that 45-ish? 45-ish? I don't think.
It's definitely something Parkey would hit last season early, but you know he started to struggle at the end, and in preseason he missed a couple kicks, and it was kind of like a whole.
Let's bring in a knuckleball, Kip Smith. Look, why is he here when Cody Parkey clearly needs the reps?
Next Sunday.
I'm really looking forward to next Sunday.
Using the 24-hour rule, really. That's I gotta use it. I'm gonna drive myself crazy.
But silver lining, we're very optimistic. We're very optimistic people. If you could tell by watching our beginning videos, me having the Eagles going 13-3, you going to have them 14-2, so they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
but I had 11-5.
That's like game by game previews. I can't remember all this stuff. No, I'm not making excuses now. 14-2. Well, this one more game. Nah, but really, in reality, the most positive thing I could take out of this is there's 15 more football games.
There's 15 more football games.
And you can't F up 15 more times like that.
You beat Dallas next week. We all forget about it. You're 1-1.
It hurts now.
Seattle losing this week. You know, you got the week 1. Anything you have the whole time to pregame for it. Pregame. No, I'm sorry. It's not.
He's going to be
Sunday night at the bar. Yes, I will be pregame for the Sunday night for the Sunday afternoon game. But you know, I really thought that they showed a lot of heart in the second half, and they just have to string together a full game. Yeah. I mean, that's the bottom. That's my biggest thing.
I can't say anything else, but you just can't dig yourself a hole.
Yeah, you can't.
It's the NFL. Like if you do that, especially on the road, it's just not going to happen. So that's really all I got to say, and I just want to move on to next week.
Well, that's gonna.
I'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. But for the Eagles, come out swinging week 2. At home opener against Dallas. I mean, you gotta be fired up about that.
Dez isn't playing, which is kind of disappointing because we after what Julio Jones did to us, Dez probably would have done the same. But I want to see how they play against that team.
Yeah, I want to see a bounce back. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.